This is the vintage V6 Icon HSS. Oddly, one of the first things I noticed about it is that the tremolo block has staggered holes drilled through it, so the strings should stay in tune more when you're doing tremolo stuff, and just in general really. This is a Fender Player Stratocaster. It doesn't have that feature. Obviously, the fret job is far better on the vintage V6 as well. These are Wilkinson pickups with Alnico V magnets with chamfered pole pieces. Now, have a listen to this, because they've got a surprising amount of clarity. They sound great. Obviously that was just a neck pickup. We will listen to the humbucker and the bridge in a second. I did request the HSS version, because I just think guitars are better with a humbucker and the bridge. It's just so much more versatile. Let's have a listen to the bridge quickly. Cool sounding pickups. There's some cool features you get on this, like a Graphtech nut. It's just better having a good nut because your strings don't get stuck. Love the walnut plug where the truss rod cover is. These are staggered machine heads, so there's no string tree, which I think is fantastic. I did that on, I don't know if you can see that green Telecaster there. I fitted staggered ones on that. I prefer it. I think it looks better. If you can get away with not having a string tree, it's just a nice touch. In fact, to be honest, I don't know why all machine heads aren't staggered, but whatever. Rosewood fretboard, which is nice. Maple neck, but it's been sanded back because it's all relict. So it feels really nice. It's not sticky at all. It just makes it so much easier to play. All the cars you'd expect, so you've got your gut cut and your arm contour. Also, I don't know if it's a matte or a satin finish, but it feels fantastic. Now, I really prefer a matte or a satin finish to like a shiny finish on this, to the point where guitars I'm buying and guitars I'm making, so that Telecaster, that's matte, that Chapman ML1 Pro, that's got a matte finish, and I'm making a guitar at Crimson Guitars, that's going to be sprayed with matte finish, just because it feels so much nicer, and that and the relicking on the neck just makes it feel so much more playable. So it's just so much nicer than like your standard glossy finish. I just think this is, I mean, it looks cool, but it doesn't feel as nice, whereas this feels like you're going to play it loads. I also quite like the fact it's relics, because it's not pristine. It feels like it's a proper workhorse, so you're going to get it out and actually use it. So if you did ding it up a bit more, you probably wouldn't notice. But it feels great doing so. Also the pickups, they're really nice. They've got proper Alnico V magnets. All the stuff you do, I'm not going to take them apart and see how much copper's on them, but they sound great. It's often difficult with an HSS guitar because you've got a mismatch of the pots and capacitors, but these sound great. And there's obviously always a tone knob, so if it's too bright, you can turn the tone down. A trick not many people know about. Follow me for more tips. It's a really nice guitar, and I like the fact it's like actual rosewood. Normally it's something weird, like Laurel isn't too bad, but Pal Ferro, like on my Fender Player Telecaster, it can look a bit terracotta-y. It's a bit of a acquired taste. I don't mind it, but a lot of people hate it. This just looks as you'd expect. Just looks nice. It's a really nice guitar. Let me know what you think. It's also got a 3-ply scratch plate. I think that's a nice touch. I just don't like single-ply scratch plates. That's completely subjective. It's just a nicer detail. So this is quite a cool finish. I'm going to play on the middle pickup in a minute, so we haven't heard that yet. But leave a comment. Let me know what you think. What do you think about how it looks? And leave a comment about how it sounds, because it's HSS, so it's got a few good tones, and there's definitely a lot of clarity in those pickups. Right, this is how the middle pickup sounds. I like that. This sounds nice, and here's a video on the vintage V62 if you're interested in having a look at that. Also a really good choice of guitar. Again, the fretwork is phenomenal on the V62. I suppose it's phenomenal on this as well. I haven't really dwelled on it as much, but yeah, the fret job on all vintage guitars is great. I've also done some videos on the V100 if you're interested. I'll put some links in the description. Thanks for watching.